YouTube, I am back. I am also Shaggy. I am also Phil Alitea. That's it. Those are the things I am. We're playing Civ 7. I'm chilling. I'm not going to do any more singing today. I'm in too much pain. But I did perform today. So my fans can calm down. Nah, that didn't happen. Hey, slut. We're not doing all that. I'm also going to eat this salad at some point. It's been sitting here. Uh-huh. Ice this terrible injury. I have decided that you, Talkie Boy, and I will be at war forever. Oh, God. I don't remember what these are going to do. We're good. We're good. You're expanding quickly. I need a city-state, damn it. I don't understand the costuming with one eye covered up.
This is supposed to be an executioner's mask.
Sure. But that makes even less sense. To cover one eye as an executioner. You're going to be...
Not a lot of things make sense when it comes to Bethesda.
You have no depth perception. I don't know. I mean, the art. That's such a common thing in artists. In art. Yeah. It's such a common thing in character design and video games and otherwise. And I don't understand it. My granddad only had one eye. And, like, you lack depth perception. It makes you silly sometimes. And so I get thinking it's cool because it looks cool. I just don't understand it in character design. Maybe because it looks cool is enough.
I have eye patches.
I don't understand the eye patch, the just having one eye covered up thing.
Well,
And character design. I'm not talking about among people who choose it for their character. I'm talking about it being available, the art at the artist's level, at the conceptual design level.
I get it. It's stupid.
That's not stupid. It's just silly. You can't damn see. You ain't got no depth perception. Like if you were walking around in that game with one eye covered, you just wouldn't be able to see like the right half of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you shoot, you lack depth perception. You can't tell how far away everything is from you. So shooting is going to become a problematic. It's just funny to me. Like we don't think about how they can't actually do these things. But it reminds me of Harvey Birdman because of Phil and his stupid eye. Have a seat. Right there. Not there, there. Not there, there. And he's pointing 2 feet to the right of where he means. So yeah. I'm dumb. Hoplite. Bam, 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 bam. We might put on football news. Two of them. I need one of them. I have to get at least one of them. So let's go for the one that's closer to the barbs. Big size from such a little girl. Like the world is collapsing in around her. She says, yeah, well, fuck you.
My big sliding anxiety.
I know. Hey, Cindy, what's up? How are you doing? I will take your money, but I don't want it. Sending out a scout to see the world. Say what's up. That makes me want to listen to a very specific and very dumb song. Gutjuda. Gutjuda. You're at work? Kicking that ass, taking them names? Boom, 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 boom. Get over there. Say hello. And you can heal up. You're on a break now? Nothing wrong with that. Uh-oh. Hello, Shaggy. Shangle? I need you to become my friends. Sooner than later. Please. And I need you to not have slingers, and I need you to move from that spot. Boom, 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 boom. I need you to let me have this. Take the tech and move on. Bam, 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 He's a bull in the palace. But I wrote him as a cook in the bedroom. Where's Retainer? There's Retainer. Hello, retinue. Are you? No. 114, you say? Until then. You're closer to me than I would like. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Here we go. Up the hill and around the road and down to Grandma's house we go. Fuck you. Ooh. There's a discovery down there. And I want it. I no longer need them for my quest. I just want it. I actually think I have it set up so that I get extra happiness toward my celebrations of how wonderful I am. Now, do I want to get bigger? Or do I want a celebration? Oh, an Anna celebration. So, happiness and production, or food and production it is. Happiness is irrelevant to me. I'm in one. Pew, 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 pew. That's what Rach said. She said, pew, 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 pew. A scout, you say? Scout's the name of a boy child that you don't like very much. Or the name you give to a boy child you don't like very much. Joom jigga jum. Like, you're here, we accept that, we're not happy about it, we're moving on. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. What? Take me there. Oh, you'll take me there. It's 140. Oh, here, check this out. Bigga, bigga, bing, bang. Hey, hey, Raytainu. Gutierda. Yay, look at that. We're winning all of the city-states. Shangle? My dudes. That's the move right there. So you get the... I haven't won doing this yet, but that's the move. Discipline. Bim, 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 bim. I like to go to the pot there. Oh. Well. You go, just do what you do, bud. Chicago. Zoom. And Bakagagoosh. So much map. You guys. Roma. And okay. Oh, I left both of you for fighting. I'm so smart. Bing bong. Come over here and just grab this. Nobody else is after it yet that we're aware of. I want my salad. I'd also like it if my diggle didn't fucking hurt all the fucking time. It's Rachel's fault.
Usually.
She heard that. Quick, run. Whoop, 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 whoop. I got bad news for you, Roma. You have an aroma. And that aroma is me whooping that ass real good. Alright, I will support you for this. Because I want the money. I want the money in large part. Because... what is that? Oh, is it the radishes that smell like that? What does that smell? No, you're blessed. Oh, that hurt. Okay, and then production. What I want from you is now 1, 2. I want naval superiority. That's how the Athenians actually did the thing they did. Bing, 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 bing. 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more of them, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Check this out. I have an idea. It's not gonna work, but I have an idea. Boom, I'm gonna fall behind in everything that matters. Bing, bing. Bingo, bongo, boggy bang. It's gonna be just fine, you'll see. He won't have enough to fight back against me. Alright, once we have 7 turns. And then... yep. You'll understand the sound effect shortly. Oh god. Okay, well, that's not gonna work exactly the way I wanted. Because the barbarians, they've gotten friendly, you see. And by friendly, they mean we're gonna stick our weapons inside your bodies. Boom, but now it's shorter than 6 turns. Now it's only 4 turns. Okay. And so then, what does that smell? Is it the celery? Something wafts out of this that smells fermented. I said I'm trying to figure out what the smell. There's a smell that comes out of this every once in a while. Not a bad smell, but it smells like fermentation.
The black olives?
It might be the black olives.
Less of them in there.
Sometimes they make me sick.
Yeah, I only put like 2 or 3. I just cut them off.
Whatever they do to olives, yeah, they kind of need them in the halves or the slices, the rings that they sell.
Yep.
I need them like that, like pizza topping. That's probably what that smell is. That's probably what I'm identifying. Because I thought, is that... She wouldn't have put pickled cabbage in here. That's what I thought it smelled like. And so that's probably the olives. It's so good. It reminds me of the salads that I used to make whenever we went to Pizza Hut. And they had the salad bar. Every bite is a little bit of nostalgia. I love salad, bro. Are you using a green mix now?
I use the spring mix and spinach. A little bit of both. I think that's what you wanted. I like arugula, but you don't like arugula.
If I say that arugula is a flavor plant and not a nutrition first green, am I just wrong?
No.
You aren't wrong in spirit, especially when you compare it to the heavy hitters of the produce aisle. In the culinary world, arugula is often treated more like an aromatic herb, like basil or cilantro, than a primary vegetable.
I don't want to tell you my opinion because I might be wrong. Until I'm looking to see if I'm wrong.
From a strict biological standpoint, it does carry its weight in the nutrition department. It's just a different class of fuel. The flavor versus nutrition breakdown. 1. The flavor plant argument. You're right that arugula is mostly water, 92%, and extremely low in calories. If you tried to live off it, you'd essentially be fasting with a peppery aftertaste. The bite. That flavor comes from isothiocyanates, which are the same compounds that give horseradish and wasabi their kick.
Oh, cool. There you go. You like spicy shit. That's why you like it so much. I didn't know that.
Parmesan or olive oil, which is a classic herb-style function. 2. The nutrition reality. While it's not a bulk nutrient like a potato or even a fiber-dense head of cabbage, it is a powerhouse for micronutrients. It belongs to the Brassicaceae family, the same family as broccoli and kale. Nutrient. Benefit. Vitamin K, massive amounts, essential for bone health and blood clotting.
Well, there you go.
High concentrations that can help lower blood pressure and improve athletic endurance. Glucosinolates, compounds that have been studied.
Well, there you go. I have no problem with eating arugula now. I thought it was just a flavor grass. That's why I didn't say that to you. I didn't say it out loud. I was like, I bet I'm wrong about that if I said it out loud. And I was. It's not just a flavor grass. It's a part of a balanced diet. She's not even listening to me anymore. She's mad at me. I would eat more arugula now. It would help with my blood pressure.
A little bit of lime juice and a little bit of salt. Oh, it's heavenly.
Mm-hmm. That's what she was just talking about. My phone. Hmm? Mm-hmm. It gets me started on all of these city-states. Next turn. He made the mistake of putting his shit right on the water. Me and Amina are friends. You're glad to hear that, I know. Mm-hmm. Isn't it though? Don't be a jerk. Huh? I know. She's the North African pirate queen.
Oh, she's a pirate queen.
Uh-huh. I heard she's a butt pirate queen.
Well, what if she wears, like, something over one eye because she's a pirate?
I'll probably criticize her for having poor depth perception. Oh, I bet you can't see. Yeah, that. I started to say the exact thing you said, like the exact words and the exact way you said it. I was like, yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, that. It's like you knew how I would say it.
It's like I know how you think.
Yep. Meryl is a name.
Yeah, Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Daryl.
Mm-hmm. Marl, though, I don't think is.
I mean, anything can be a name.
All right, shut up. Let's start with me.
Oh, I'll start with you.
Your philosophical relativity. Anything can be a door stopper if you put it in front of a door to stop the door. Shut up, Steve.
Anything. Well, that's so true, though.
I know, everything's in 4-4 too.
Anything can be anything.
Mm-hmm. If you just try hard enough. Or you give up long enough. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. I like this song. I dig this tune. What you needed to do was forward settle me, huh? Okay. Well, just understand that there can be only one. My ally forward settled me? Bitch. She's like, you are obviously posturing aggressively. Oops. Up here. Bro. I am posturing so aggressively. Dislike me. What, everybody on the map is friendly with him? Even though he's a posturing dickhead? Yes. How aggressively do I have to, like, position myself for this guy to get it?
From all sides, maybe? A little to the front?
Tell me what to fucking do. Or it's very secretive. It looks like you've been smoking weed and eating MREs up there. I shouldn't listen to my actual commentary. She's just happy that I looked at all. She's like, I don't know what an MRE is. You dated a Navy guy? Okay. It was his sister. Hmm? Valor? How is it a surprise to you that I want war?
War.
Come on. She kind of looks like, in that shot, Rachel, Your character kind of looks like Meg Ryan in The Crow. Meg Ryan as The Crow.
That's not even the movie? She didn't play The Crow?
No.
Huh. That's interesting.
She goes, fuck you.
Meg Ryan as The Crow. I like it. I thought you were going to say Meg Ryan in Final Fantasy X.
No. It's like Meg Ryan in an action, like a dark action movie. But she had to dye her hair because she's on the run from the government.
I would totally watch it.
I know you would. That's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like. Maybe she looks like Jennifer Garner in Alias. Jennifer Garner was fucking lame in Alias. Like, how many fucking wigs are you really gonna wear? Does anyone even remember Alias? Hmm? To your Alias cosplay, like experiences. Wasn't there another one? Called John is 85. Yeah, what you got going on between them lips? What the hell? Two of my guys just disappeared from the map. Why? Because he moved. I didn't get cheated. Everything's fine. Ooh, epilepsy warning over there. What does this do? Defensive. Order all military units within command radius to build temporary fortifications. Not going to be necessary. The walnuts are so nutty.
Yeah, they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Jesus, we're just giving the whole middle of the continent up to my ally, Amina. I have to hope that she's incompetent. Yep. We are the horde that arrives in the night. Hey, Troy. 311, 311, 311, ding, 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 ding. 311 seems to be the damn move. When the pineapples and the peppers get together, that's my favorite. Okay. Because I love you guys so much. There is a chance now that I've eaten. Nope. I'm gonna want to finish that, but it's wet right now, and so I just need to take a break because my jaw is tired. My pelvis hurts, but it doesn't hurt that bad. I'm aware of it hurting, but it doesn't hurt right now. Chance I let myself fall asleep here. I might. Chance I let myself fall asleep is what I said. I'm not feeling any pain right now. My bowels could probably be packed, but I can do that for myself, as I've demonstrated. Thank you for lunch, my sweet Rachel. Oh, she's giving me grumpy voice. She mad at me for something. She just gave me a grumpy, my pleasure. I did something wrong. Pick-a-boom, pick-a-boom. Free hoplite. The best he can hope to do is slow me down. Smells good in here. Hello, Albie, what up? I'm a pro now, Albie? I appreciate that, Albie. I'm doing my very best, buddy. My producers keep telling me that if I play it, they will come. Oh yeah, the channel is monetized. The channel's been monetized for about a year now. Why the thumbs down, Rachie? What? She's mad at me, I told you. Maybe. Tell me what to fucking do. She just come home so fucking bossy, she's gonna get fucking horse kicked in the stomach, tickling my toes. You are! 4. I said 4. 4 of my toes are very ticklish. Stop looking at me like that. You know what I said. Can I earn money? What do you mean, can I earn money? Huh. Huh. Uh-huh. There. Got it. That was nice. Oh yeah, I've made probably $1,500 this year off YouTube. Well, not this year, the last calendar year. Why is everyone being so grumpy? And my critics said that my poetry would be my downfall. Take care, Albie. Bye-bye. Bye. Which verse the damn thing? Bye. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna suck up some noise. Like that. Go ahead and slurp up this boy. Slurp. And heal it up. Heal it up, Joe. Huh? I don't know why I called him Joe. But I do know that I want plush fishing boats and production and stuff. Right. Look at that. I'm competitive with you now, Amina, and you had to make your fucking cities. I just took mine. Or settlements. Boom, 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 boom. I'm smarter than you. You suck. Hee hee hee. Ho ho ho. Har, har, har. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, hey, hey. How do you feel about me now? June, 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 June. I like this bread, Richie. Yeah, the cherry cola, this, and the bread just never seems to end. I like that. Correct. Mm-hmm. Hey, bud, I got bad news for you. The Hounds of War, they call your name next. You will regret that sanction. It is unlikely that sanction. Made the same idiot mistake, putting yourself on a lake accessible by me. Dummies. They put themselves... whatever. Big dummies. Oh, here they come. They want some of it. You want some? I will happily give it to you. I would like to support your shit, Amina, but I can't afford it right now. I am frankly busy. I'm trying to get over here. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some doing. And we don't have any more events, discoveries rather, to make this easier. I did not know. Come on, do the stupid thing. Use that settler. You got 2 of them. Oh my god, you got 2 of them.
Did you notice I got the big boy?
I did. I've been eating it. That's good. Exactly in a position where swallowing is easy, so thank you. My injury isn't hurting me right now. Did they actually beat me to a city-state? I thought I got all of them. This bitch. How am I at war with a city-state? This. How am I at war with this? Where'd they come from? I killed my galley, damn it. What are you doing? Just get home until the next age. Shit, bro. Act like you've done this before. Are you gonna do the thing? 211. Lots of 2s. About a 1 and a 1. trying to relax. Let my digestion do what it do. Why are you going to bed? Okay, so you're gonna hang out with me? You gonna spend time out here with me? That's exciting.
Probably watch you sleep.
Yeah. She's like, was I though? Combat straight from fortification. Combat straight and district. Let's just... Hey, Rachie. There it is. I got a peep. Okay. I'm upright for now. I didn't fall asleep. I was was lightheaded from the pain. But it turns out I probably want to smoke more than I want to sleep. I might have stuck that smoke that I want in those pants. It might have been in the pocket of those pants. So I don't feel like packing another bowl, but I want another bowl, so here we are. I'm trying not to spend her money and then spending her money like fucking crazy. Okay. If you love the channel, grass money is one of the preferred ways to help keep it alive. We had to keep the lights on because Rach is doing that, but keeping my enthusiasm up is always a good thing. I'm about to say, did they kill one of my generals? Hey, baby. Please. I didn't look. The pants are in the bathroom. It's probably where the am's though. Or it is. Unless I left it in my bedroom. Very good chance I just lost this from doing that. Thank you, baby. It'll show up. It might even... No, it's not in these pants. Oh, it might even be in the sleeve of the red jacket. Or not the sleeve, the pocket. I might have just stuck it right in the pocket of that little red jacket.
Yes.
Did I? No.
Yes.
I have some. Is that how you feel, Rachie? Is that how you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Surprised it's got no Tabasco on it.
Mm-mm. Oh, look at that.
Maybe.
We only add red onions and capers. Those are the only additions in that.
Ew.
I love capers. I'm trying to not buy onions.
Trying not to buy onions.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't dislike onions so much you need to blockade them.
You don't like them?
Boycott them.
Heavily with onions. So I'm afraid that with some automatic pilot, I might just put them in there. Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's me.
We can listen to football news. Rich Eisen at Time of Bath had only posted that video. Yeah, he really didn't have anything posted yet. Jeremiah, the good stuff is going to take a minute for them to upload, but I'll put on here.
Hey, I saw your draft coverage, man. I noticed y'all didn't mention the Eagles draft class and how well we did. I saw that GJ was all giddy because the Cowgirls made a few moves, but they also helped us get Makai Lemon. We got Bell and Morris to rebuild that offensive line. Rich, I see your Giants did pretty good. The East is going to be interesting this season. Hey, Brock. Hey, Pat won't AJ Brown. Y'all about to come out of y'all pockets big time.
That's what's next. That's what's next. That is in fact what is next, sir. Is that compensation? Because
Yeah. Jerry doesn't do that because the cameras are on. Jerry does that because that's how Jerry is. Oh, wow.
And I had one last question. I got the last question, and I'm like, not to tell you how to do your job, Coach, but are you going to we played the Giants, remind Caleb Downs that they left him on the board, could have had him on the same team that his dad used to play for, and will you use that to your advantage against the Giants? And he goes, brought it up to me, and as a matter of fact, also mentioned the Commanders didn't take him too. And the Commanders took his teammate from Ohio State's Sonny Styles. Oh yeah. And we'll find out if Malachi Lawrence is sacking Jalen Hurts, then hey, you're the one who let us trade down and took him, and we used the draft choice to our advantage later on in our draft. But what Kyle Letterman's drafting immediately was, in fact, pointed out. We talked about this on Friday show. That's it for A.J. Brown. I mean, if you're going to get Makai Lemon and Dontavian Wicks and Hollywood Brown, then you are clearly clearing the decks to move on from A.J. Brown and have three guys new to the system, which puts it all on Jalen Hurts again. New system, new guy, new everything again for him. Don't forget, the only offensive coordinator he's had in consecutive years his entire life since college is Shane Steichen. He had him 2 years in a row for the Eagles, and then he's had one new every year since then. So there's that. And will New England give up a one for A.J. Brown? Because that's what Howie's going to be holding out for. He ain't getting it. Okay. Good to know. That's what's going to be. That's the next thing. Is what will the draft compensation be? Unless it's, to be honest with you, already agreed to. Which is entirely possible as well. And I know what's going on with New England as well is everybody's focused on Vrabel, him not being part of the draft on Saturday and what's happening in him and his personal life and all of that stuff. But foremost amongst that was the Patriots draft, and the fact that they moved up 3 spots to take Caleb Lomu out of Utah. And a lot of folks are wondering, well, what does that mean for their offensive line and their first overall pick last year?
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people thought Will Campbell, got exposed during the playoff run of the Super Bowl. Obviously,
He 100% did. We just don't know if it's his short arms, if it's his injury.
he was playing very well up until the injury.
Right. We just don't know. Will he go to right tackle as well? Because the right tackle was a turnstile too. Unless everyone was a turnstile against the Seahawks.
Could be the case.
But maybe they put Lobo in one of those spots. Or they put him in left tackle and they move Will Campbell inside. Which it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I know you want your tackle to be, if this kid can be the tackle you want for Drake May, and then you get him to be as upright as possible for A.J. Brown to get open, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Next to the left guard of Will Campbell.
As good as Drake is deep,
Just as a for instance.
Yeah, if Ramondre and Trevion are doing their thing, if you have a top 10 line, who cares where
It
everybody
doesn't matter, man. That, it's a guard. You said that's terrible. You could get a guard anytime. Maybe not as good as Will Campbell inside. The same way, the Ravens got Vega Ioane. They're going to run the football behind that kid, and he could be there for 10, 15 years. Steve Hutchinson was the one next to Walter Jones. Walter Jones is a Hall of Famer in his own right. But if you remember, Sean Alexander was an MVP down there, and the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl because that's all they ever behind those 2 guys. And everyone knew it was coming. So that's like what's up with the Patriots offensive line and A.J. Brown and the Eagles and the Cowboys trading with the Eagles. Just fun intrigue from the draft. Fun intrigue.
yeah, I didn't know any of that.
Thanks for that.
I wouldn't have given you any of that, what he just gave you there. I wouldn't have been able to provide any of that. There's a reason he's a pro, and I watch him. I do admit his superiority in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, this is just me learning how to do, like, you're just watching me learn, study now.
There's 13 picks taken, 257 picks overall, despite what 244 picks after Ty Simpson. 244 picks happened after Ty Simpson. And we're still talking about this. And he's taken 13
Why not?
overall.
He was the 2nd overall quarterback. We should talk about the quarterbacks that were taken. You guys spent time last year and this year bitching about how you didn't take enough time to talk about the quarterbacks that were taken last year. We still haven't talked enough about how they were taken and who they are, and we still don't know Cam Ward.
He can bash that thing open for as long as he wants, depending on his But 13th overall, you can get yourself
The media is not adjusting well. Are not adjusting well. It's just not adjusting well
sitting over your defensive line. There's Kyle Lemon for
to the new speed of change, the new rate of change around these sports leagues.
Ty Simpson on anyone else's radar screen. We will never know. Could have stuck there and picked somebody. Could have even traded down, get some more picks. Still get your guy at some point. Although one never knows at all. I remember when Jahmyr Gibbs went off the board to the Lions at 12, and I was like, what are you doing? You could have had that guy later on. Then we find out half the NFL was upset that the Lions beat them in the playoff because of Jahmyr Gibbs.
We're still waiting for those stories about Simpson.
Well, and, the bottom line is we're going to wait for a while. We're going to wait for a while. And the conversation we had on Friday, when that happened, I'll tell you what, I didn't think the conversation Thursday night into Friday night, and into Saturday would be about this pick happening over Sean McVay's wishes. Based on the body language of Ari Cliff demeanor on Thursday night.
God, they got one of my Warriors because they had a fucking boat I didn't know they had. Of course they had a boat in that fucking lake.
Didn't think that was
just in case I did that dumb shit. Okay, that's fine. That's what I get.
Everything I've heard since then, and it's also confirmed by other people's reporting, is these two are completely lockstep on the same page.
Yep.
And that Ty Simpson is, in fact, a kid who not only can run the offense at McVay and left steam based on what I've seen in just 15 starts, but he also has a brain that is locked into the way McVay thinks, not just offensively, but ability to assimilate, remember, regurgitate, and execute. And they love him. The only thing is if you show how much you love him, there's a guy sitting in Malibu coming home from his girls' flag football practice. I don't know if you saw that video. Mathis coaching his daughter's flag football team. I don't know if it was on draft day, but it's all kinds of adorable. You should see it.
You should seek it out, he says.
He might be like,
All kinds of adorable.
All kinds of adorable. That's adorable.
I love Rich.
walking a fine line of being
I love how much Rich loves girl dads.
starting to that
It's hard to be a girl dad,
the Rams,
actually.
needed to
Do it
start
right.
ticking so publicly. Even though it's ticking. Father Time, as you know, gets everyone. Right? So that's the backup here to McVay showing up to the Friday press conference and talking about the elephant in the room while sitting next to Leslie.
What are you guys think? Am I angry right now? I will say this though. The one thing that would never be doubted is, we could be more lockstep in every decision that we make. And I think I get my demeanor last night. Always want to be mindful of, all right, how things come off, things like that. Very excited about last night. Very excited about today. And couldn't be more excited about us coming together. But every decision that we make is collective and collaborative. So, for any of the questions or misunderstandings, just based on my demeanor or disposition last night, I did want to get that out of the way. This is my okay, so I did.
I think I called that. I think he said that I was just going to bite her head off, is what he just said. I'm sorry I bit her head off, is basically what he just said.
Yeah.
He said, don't read you're going to lose that. Don't read into it any more than that I chose to bite her head off. Of course, I'm going to say that I think I was right, but I feel like even hearing him talk now, he reacted to that in the same way I did. That is the exact thing he just said out of his mouth. Just don't even think about it. Don't worry about it. That's a nothing. That's a nothing burger. I bit her head off for putting me in a spot when I knew that Matt Stafford was watching. That's all that was. I think that's all that was. I believe him when he says that's all that was. I was competitive and grumpy. That's what he just said. I passes the sniff test to me. I think he's telling the exact truth.
Sniff test. That is exactly what happened. And there might be
No reason to not believe him.
now and the time that Simpson gets on the field, and we can be talking about it as much as we will. And the thing is, one of many reasons why it stands out. Do you know the last time a team had the reigning MVP quarterback and drafted a quarterback the next year in the first round? I'll give you the answer because you won't know it. The 1967 Green Bay Packers.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Bart Starr.
After 33-year-old Bart Starr won it. The 1967 draft, 25th overall, they took Don Horn out of San
I knew this, but I never would have pulled that out of my ass. But I would have said Bart Starr. I would have said Bart Starr because I knew when he said 1967 Packers, I was like, oh yeah, Bart Starr. When he was MVP, they did. They went Bart Starr, Horn, Favre. Actually, their run of quarterbacks is fucking insane and stupid. Bart Starr, Horn, Favre, Rodgers, Love. Just franchise quarterback, franchise quarterback, franchise quarterback, franchise quarterback, franchise quarterback. Super Bowl wins irrelevant. Just their run at quarterback is stupid and unfair. If you think about like the Browns have had something like 60 quarterbacks since 2000. It's dumb. It's dumb and a little bit unfair.
Talk about the small sample size of Alabama, career 15 sacks. If this matters, okay.
If it matters at all.
Ty Simpson had the fourth lowest interception percentage in a season among quarterbacks in current Power 4 schools since 2015. The other four guys, all right, on this list. He's fourth. Number 5 is Joe Burrow, of 1.1% of interceptions thrown compared to everything else in his 2019 season. The only ones with a better percentage is 1% over Dak in 2015 and Caleb Williams in 2022, and the best is 0.6% thrown by the 2023 Bo Nix.
Translates.
Saying in this one
Not throwing picks translates. Even in Madden, when you're drafting your team, if I'm going to tell you how to build a team and play that game based on real life stats, one of the meta stats, if you read those little stories, they tell you the little scouting reports about the quarterbacks. If it says they have a tendency to throw the ball away instead of eating picks, instead of forcing the ball and throwing picks, they're likely to be a franchise quarterback as a trait, even just in the game. That's a real, he's right. That is a real analytic stat that translates to NFL success, not throwing picks. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be a Super Bowl winner. That's what people don't understand. People that talk about the game, and Rich is making a good point. People don't understand. You don't have to win every Super Bowl. You can't win every Super Bowl. Tom Brady's dominance was two halves of careers. You have to have been in the AFC East, I think, to have noticed this, and for this to be true for you. But Tom Brady was a systems guy. He was a game manager for 10 years. He was, not that he was a nobody, but he wasn't the beat you with his brain guy that he became in the latter part of his career. That was Peyton Manning. Remembering Tom Brady as that guy is misremembering the NFL. And something that Peyton did do when he came into the NFL was throw a fuckload of picks. So the throwing picks, the game today is not a vertical game like what Peyton was playing. You had to force the ball into tiny windows back then because they were more aggressive and they could be more physical at the line of scrimmage and deep. And so Peyton had to learn the game, but he also changed the game by becoming smarter than the game. Then Tom did that after Peyton was already slowing down. Tom had 5 or 6 years or whatever it was after Peyton where he got to be that guy. He was that guy, but it was at the end of his career. But where Tom found his success was simply not making mistakes. And Tom did make mistakes. The Super Bowls that Tom lost were lost on Tom Brady mistakes. People forget that. We forget that because we want to remember Tom as this superhero, as this legend, as larger than life. But I was in the AFC East. I fucking hated that guy during the game manager portion of his career because I watched the Dolphins split 500 with him for years. It's like that they could not win in Miami. Belichick and Brady just never won in Miami. Their win percentage in Miami was abysmal. Over that 20 or 22 years that Belichick was there, I think they won twice in Miami. Miami had their number in Miami because it was about conditioning, and the Patriots were never a super well-conditioned team. They were a smart team, and they had a lot of depth, so they didn't need to be well-conditioned. But if you could test their conditioning for 1 week of a game, 1 week of a season, you could always beat them. And so the Dolphins always saved their best conditioned game for playing the Patriots at home, and that was their season for 20 years. I'm not joking. You can watch, there's Steelers film. There's a Steelers-Dolphins game where they just gassed the Steelers at the end. They were just out of breath. They were just done. They were just fucking tired. It's so hot. You know, it's a different kind of hot, right? You know what it's like to be from the Northeast and think that you're an athlete in the Northeast and then come and try to take a walk in Miami, right? I don't, but you do. You right? Right. So I grew up with a different opinion of Tom. But what made Tom different for so long was that you couldn't pick Tom off. Tom would go 15 of 16 games without throwing an interception. He'd throw 2 in 50, I think. He went like 52, 54 touchdowns and like 2 picks. He just didn't throw picks. You couldn't get him into picks. And so if you can't turn the team over, if you can't turn him over in the air, the only way you can turn him over is in the pass rush. And so you had to have an elite pass rush on both ends and the interior. And you just that's why Von Miller changed the game. I almost talked about this the other day. Somebody, I think it was Rich himself, because it was Rich who asked the question and got the answer that I heard. But it was Von Miller changed the fucking game while I was watching Cam Wake of the Dolphins do the same thing. They were playing Canadian pass rush. And in Canada, there's a gap between the lines. And so if you're going to get to the quarterback before he throws the ball in shotgun, you got to be in a sprinter stance and you got to be going full speed at the snap. But the more impactful play, because you're less likely to be able to get a big hit on the quarterback, the more impactful play is to bat at the ball in his hand. If you can create a fumble behind the line of scrimmage, that's a sack on your stat, and it's a potential turnover, right? You got the ball dead at that spot is the point, instead of allowing it to progress down the field. And so Von Miller, I think it was Rich Eisen, asked him, he's like, how do you get so many strip sacks? And he goes, I'm not trying to get a tackle. I'm just attacking the ball. If I can get the ball out of his hand, there's a chance I can score with it. And it changed the game forever. They're not trying to tackle the quarterback. They're not trying to get big hits on the quarterback. They don't want them. If you can get it, take it. But you want the ball. And sometimes those big hits can lodge it loose or dislodge it, like in Madden with the hit stick. Anyway, I don't even remember why I started talking, but he said something that made me passionate.
Matthew Stafford the most. The Rams have acquired in Trent McDuffie using the 29th overall selection.
Agreed.
I'm painting a rosy picture, but they don't need.
I couldn't agree more with him, though. I couldn't agree with him more.
You and I had a robust conversation about this in the Overreaction podcast, where I totally get it, where folks are like, why in the hell are you not choosing somebody for a 5-year contract for a long time, even after Matthew Stafford's gone? Why are you not choosing that player right now? You can help Stafford win it, put the trophy in the case. You're not starting the clock so publicly about when are you done, Matthew, because we got somebody sitting here waiting in the wings. You're not
It doesn't start the clock.
Or risking that. You're also not trading down to get the guy who apparently nobody else was coming up to go get, unless they were. You can't guarantee that. And why are you doing all that? On the flip side, you can also let Trent McDuffie get short fields, or even an early lead for Matthew before he even takes a snap. You can also take a look at the rest of their draft and see who's going to even crack the lineup for a head coach.
Yeah, people who are upset about this don't understand football. There are two sides of the ball. You got to remember me saying that all season last year. That was the conversation that the media has lagged behind. The defense is a legitimate side of the ball. Somebody like Trent McDuffie, he's totally right. Somebody like Trent McDuffie changes your team. They forgot. These people have forgotten that they were in 2 Super Bowls with Jalen Ramsey at his prime. They now have Trent McDuffie in his prime. They skipped like 2 years of beats while they couldn't develop a guy just like him. And so they went and traded for one, and they got him. That's their first round pick. You have no rookie and second year bumps with a guy who's already a 4th or a 5th year player, but still young enough to play for your team for another 5 years while you're in your Super Bowl window with your quarterbacks. Because you got to understand, it's about the next 5 years. Matthew Stafford is pretty much guaranteed for 2, so long as his back doesn't just suddenly shit out on him. and the tennis and the flag football are working. Clearly, he's more athletic now than he ever was when he plays on the field. So you've got 5-year window. He's locked in for 2. That 3 to 5, though, that's 3 seasons where you need insurance. A rookie of Ty Simpson's caliber, a guy who's a major what if, gives you that. If you get him there, and over 2 years with him, it turns out that he's a Trey Lance, you can do exactly what the 49ers did and jettison him for somebody who's been on the practice squad, and you get the same number of reps for your number 2s. 0. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The reason that so many people are upset is because there's nothing actually to say about it, and they're the team in LA. It's a great pick. It's a great pick. They were 1 play away and they lost nobody. They only got better in free agency. They're only going to get better in their UDFA period. They've only gotten stronger from the team they were last year. And it didn't upset Matt Stafford because they told him beforehand. What would have upset Matt Stafford is if he came out there all aglow talking about how this is the future. He's right. The future is not now for LA. So you use a first-round pick on insurance because fuck them picks. He could have traded that one for a player that could get them there now too, and there was nobody they felt wasn't an insult to their starters. Because if you dramatically upgrade a roster like that, the people who were there. It's like when you're in your corporate job or when you're any job, and they start hiring from without. When there are promotions available, everybody starts looking around like, what the fuck? So what you don't do is bring in a bunch of draft picks and trade for a bunch of guys to fill spots where you could go from a B- to a B, or an A- to an A. What you say is training camp gets you a full letter grade better. And then you go and you play the game with last year's roster when you work so hard to have that kind of continuity. That's why I spend all my time working on that specific thing in Madden. Because that's the hard part. Finding 4 or 5 blue chip players to build around is the hard part for loser teams. And if you watch the media is full of fans of loser teams. The Jets, Bills, the Giants, the Dolphins get a lot of love on national media from people like Pete Schrager. The Browns sent a ton of people to the media because asking and answering and understanding the question of why is my team bad and how is it bad for so long gets people like me and these journalists on stages. It just does. Because we all think we know the answer. But you have to talk to these coaches. You have to actually watch this thing holistically. And the reason it doesn't work is because the guy is sitting on the top. That's why I always say, don't be mad at your boss. Be mad at his boss. And then have some empathy for that guy and realize he's got an owner that's fucking an idiot. And by that, I mean, your owner is an idiot and his wife is dumber. That's why everything sucks. Or his mistress is dumber. Whoever he's putting his dipstick in is dumber than him. And that's why everything sucks. And that just doesn't make for a good football podcast. And that's why I'm Phil Alitea and not a football guy.
On the flip side, though, is they could still win a trophy, or plural, with Stafford. And then you got this guy ready, and you're talking about Ty Simpson being terrific for 10 years to come after. And we're talking about the Rams like they're the new Packers. Oh, so you go from Goff to Stafford. That's...
People forget, when they were in St. Louis, they were the picture of mediocrity. Only the Dolphins were more mediocre than them, and by that I mean that the Rams were worse, but they had better quarterbacks. Nobody remembers Sam Bradford, man. Nobody remembers.
Multiple Super Bowls, although one not won with Goff, but one's won with Stafford, and now you got another kid for years to come.
And you hear him getting upset because the Jets can't even find one kid, and they've got now 2 sitting on the roster. It's fucked up. You know? It makes me mad too. I get it. I get emotional about it. The Dolphins never had a great quarterback. I love Tannehill, but he wasn't as good as I wanted him to be.
Yeah, I'm curious too if McVay, and this is going to sound this way, but he developed a quarterback because Ty Simpson is going to be a developmental type player with probably only having played one season in 5, 6, 7 years before he gets a chance to play, if he does, with the Rams. You know, he inherited Jared Goff. Yeah, but he developed him. But he immediately traded him.
Not immediately. It was like 5 or 6 years.
It was like, see you later, and then got Matthew Stafford, an established guy with a Hall of Fame trajectory.
It was many years. It was no immediate. So I'm talking about where they don't remember. They go with the emotional memory, which makes me upset because that's not a real memory. Yeah, it's already been there. They signed Cousins. I'm gonna lose.
Cousins is 1 year younger than Stafford, so it's not too far off. I want to correct myself on that one. I mean, it's the same church, but it's a totally different pew. It's a totally different pew. Thanks for the call, Trevor. I appreciate it. Taking the stand and hearing what I have to say one over the other. The Chiefs have power. Do you think the Falcons are so established and ready to roll?
No. 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 He's totally right. He's totally right about the Falcons. The Falcons were not one play away from the Super Bowl the year before. They brought Cousins in to steady the ship at quarterback. And then they drafted a kid with medical risks. And it upset him because he didn't know it was coming. Like the people saying, oh, he needed insurance are right. Because Cousins got hurt. Played like shit before he got hurt. That's retrodiction. That's looking what happened, and that's looking at what happened and then saying that you were right. And then changing what you said you were right about. It's looking back in the past and saying, ah, see, I said they needed insurance. That wasn't the argument. The argument was Kirk Cousins isn't good enough to get us over the hump. We need to take one of these superstar quarterbacks. That's all.
They put a cart before the horse, well before the horse was Super Bowl.
I mean, Green Bay taking Love, which we all rightfully
Yes. Yes.
Aaron Rodgers was like,
What?
right.
Pissed. Because he wanted a wide receiver. He had been advocating for a first round wide receiver for his whole career. Get me a wide receiver. Get me a wide receiver. Get me a wide receiver. And then the first time they spent a high first round pick on offense, basically, they get a quarterback. And it sent him off the fucking deep end. That's why he's a Steeler. It makes me crazy when fans, want to act like these things didn't happen in the order that they happened. It makes me nuts. And it's not exactly the fans' fault, because a lot of the media guys, you hear Chris lean into it, the emotional misremembrance. Chris is playing a character, so I'm not mad at Chris. I'm not going to comment, Chris is such an asshole. Chris is playing a character. They have to have the argument going, and Chris is the one who reads both sides of it. But that doesn't make it any less emotional and upsetting.
Right.
Packers did it, and Rodgers had one, two. No, I know that.
Yeah, so, yeah, this strikes me as like,
Listen, you tell us everything. When do you make this future? How do you create an end game for your quarterback that is good for everyone? Not everyone can stroll off like Elway. Not everyone can do that, where it's just like, I got mine, I'm done. See ya.
when Green Bay took Love, were they Super Bowl favorites going into that year? I don't think so. In 2020, I don't know.
And you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live. Joining us here, our first guest of many here over the next 3 days from ESPN and it's Mountain Analysis. Good to see that here in person as well as elsewhere. Good to see you. Hang out with you guys in person. I appreciate it. Good to see you. All right, you're the first to check out my work. Here's my new Happy Mock Draft. Let's see if you were able to hear it.
Yeah, I was listening.
Okay, I appreciate it. By the way,
Oh, this is
appreciate being heard.
Yeah,
this is
this is good.
4 days ago. This is about the draft.
I register. I love the Chiefs. I love that. I hope it happens. You know,
That's drama. We like drama. So
That didn't happen.
and
This is about a mock draft. I don't want. This is about a mock draft. It's not real. This is what I wanted.
hour number 2 of
But this is from 3 days ago. But that's okay.
3-day residency here in Western PA with my colleague, my guy from the NFL Network and also ESPN, Daniel Jeremiah.
I don't understand how they can have so many chariots, but I'll kill them all.
Between two Hall of Famers. You do. Yeah, by the way, do you know Daniel is part of ESPN's pre-draft coverage tonight? We figured out this logistics because the ESPN set you're joining is in the draft hall. That's on the other side of what's expected to be about a $250,000 people from our set in the back of the draft area. We have this all mapped out. We got the golf cart. Golf cart. Where is this off? Okay. I don't know. Could be a go-kart. Could be dune buggy. We're going to be able to get there. So he's going to do the first segment with us, then spend a half an hour with ESPN, then come back, and then we're all hanging out. Off and all part of our new crazy. Yeah, we're in the new playground. We're going to chance to live some friends. It's going to be fun. Very excited. Last night at NFL Network, your mock draft, your 4.0, your final one.
Oh, this is still mock draft.
Bailey, Reese, Styles, Love. Why do you go that to start this off?
well, and you left out. I did a little trade
That's your dumb face. Let's hear about baseball. They were talking about this on my live stream last.
Baseball?
Evan in Denver. Evan in Denver. What do you want to chime in about, Evan? What do you want to talk about, Evan? What's going on, Evan? Nothing. What do you want to talk about?
This is for TJ. I am, unfortunately, I've been through many heartbreak, but I was just wondering how you are feeling getting swept by the Rockies coming off one of the worst seasons in baseball.
Rockies fans calling in and giving some shade.
You know, it's just like dealing
with Met fans.
deal with other guys who have never won a championship. This place we have NFL track right now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Evan, you bring this smoke all you want.
What is it, Devil?
Did the Rockies sweep the Mets? Bring Minnesota back in the lineup? Did that happen?
I mean, that's old stuff. We're on to the next one.
Did they sweep? Did they just a doubleheader? Did they take all the games in New York? What's interesting? It's up there. It's up there. Evan, thanks for calling. Thank you. Please keep going about it.
It's like,
You understand?
act about it.
You understand?
Like the Yankees for like,
Still no.
No. The Yankees just won it. They won 8 in a row, and now they're 8 under. And the other team is 10 under in the Mets town. It's odd. And then in between, you've got a Red
Yeah,
Sox
it's
team
5
that's
o'clock.
won 2 in a row, baby. One of them, a winning streak that began with Alex Cora.
I do want to take a nap.
It was 17-1 victory, which is interesting to be 11 and 17. Those numbers, if you reverse them, were 17. You take off one of the ones. That's the score. And then he got fired with most of the coaching staff. And
He wasn't kidding about the 17-1.
van that they sent for the coaches to be taken to the airport was in a van that's from Coaches for Hire. That's the name of the service. Oh, man. That's the name of the service. Coaches for Hire. Sick. Interesting. That's what a great move.
they got a class organization.
Yeah. Hey, Coaches for Hire. We've got managers and coaches.
We got 5 if you want to.
Hello. Coaches for Hire. Can you take? You want to say? You got the floor. I'll give you the floor. What do you want to say?
What is there to say? We're an embarrassment. This is what I put on. We're the Marlins in fancier clothes. Like, we're not serious. Totally not serious. Do not care about winning. Just sell the team if this is how you're going to behave. And, you know, Alex Cora is probably happy to be done with this organization and these guys and this front office. Like, complete joke. I'm not switching. I'm still going to watch. I still care. But, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, John Henry did not show up to the press conference.
And didn't talk. And when the players wanted to give input, he said, no, you're here to play baseball. Told them to shut up and dribble, essentially. Great, cool. Really exciting. I'm sure it was pumped to put that uniform on every day.
Well, they won again. They are pros. They won. They won the next day.
Great, cool. That's their job.
I know that. That's what apparently they were told.
That's what that's what their job.
We'll be taking no questions.
Yeah.
But on your
Oof.
left. No questions. Says the llama.
So you got that going for you.
Which is nice.
Just sell the team.
I'll tell you this. When I said we're going to keep on updating the standings just for our 3 teams, didn't think the Mets would be 10 under. And on the end of the trade. And your guy gets fired. That Alex Cora would be fired.
Won a World Series.
I can't imagine.
And the team who was not good in 2021 was like a couple of plays away from going back to the World Series.
Right. I'm stunned. I would not have guessed that. On that opening day where
They get fired up about baseball, don't they?
and the Mets put up
I don't know anything about what they're talking.
like a whole
I just like to listen to them get fired up.
I mean, is it a Mets town?
I watch a lot of baseball. Fucking boring as shit.
It is.
It's also, that's right. They've got like 10 under. We got like 13. You and the Phillies, man. You and the Phillies are in the private world, and you know are terrible.
You're not even allowed to talk in these segments. Get out of here.
Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3. Listen, I liked the Bengals going ahead and using their 10th overall pick on, sexy Dexter Lawrence being drafted 10th overall. If I'm going to give the Rams credit for, hey, absolutely, everybody who thinks they blew it in the first round, they used the 29th overall pick on Trent McDuffie and signed him. And if Stafford comes out and has short fields due to McDuffie, or is already up 7-0 because of McDuffie, then point to that and say, oh, the Rams didn't get him any help, huh? If I'm going to say that, then the Bengals getting Dexter Lawrence 10th overall, pretty darn good.
Pretty good.
I love the Ravens. They got 8 picks on day
Pretty good.
3. We'll see what they'll make of that.
Daddy's happy with that.
I know they lost some significant players, but I loved the first-round choice. We didn't talk about it on Friday. I loved the first-round choice of Benga Ioane. And, they got 2 wide receivers, Jacoby Lane from USC and Elijah Surratt from Indiana, that should do some damage. But the Cleveland Browns, you got to give it up. The Cleveland Browns, you have to give it up. Again, what they did...
I haven't done well enough to continue.
To go from 6 down to 9, and they still took the guy they would have taken at 6 in Spencer. Second round, they get Denzel Wilson. They got 2 wide receivers who are terrific. And then they go and take Emmanuel McNeil-Warren in the second round with another second-round choice.
I don't know.
He was sitting on Daniel Jeremiah's best available
That's just what that song made me think I felt like.
They snagged him at 58. And they get Austin Barber, a tackle of Florida in the 3rd round. And the choice that they used to get Austin Barber 3rd round, that sort of lane, and they moved down to 9 anyway, and they've got 2 4th-round picks in next year's draft in their back pocket. The pick of Casey Concepcion is of note for various reasons. Not only is the kid really good, not only is he won a on last year's trade with the Jaguars. And I love this sort of stuff because, again, with the Jets asking their fans to believe in yet another rebuild, you still have to turn those picks into humans. And last year, the Browns first
Players. FBI said that.
and we'll see what Travis turns into now that he comes back from his knee injury. And the Jaguars, with some picks they got in last year's draft trade down from Cleveland to Milwaukee. Cleveland flipped Jacksonville some picks, even in this trade. They did get what appears to be their new starting running back because Travis Etienne is now in New Orleans. Bashal Tootin, and the Jaguars have a safety as well. But the Browns moved down to get Mason Graham and Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson. 2 running backs that have created so much buzz and excellence in their rookie seasons. We didn't even in mock drafts put Jeremiah Love in Cleveland. He wound up 3rd overall. And then they got a 1st-round pick in this year's draft. They got Casey Gonzalez. And they turned in the option to choose Travis Hunter. And we had fun with the Miz many times. The world of the Bengals snapped a photograph of him while he's sitting on a plane, right? Just with the look on his face of, well, the Browns could have had Travis Hunter. Now they got a defensive tackle in Mason Graham. Too bad, Miz. Well, look at that return. Look at that return. And then you look at what they did this year. You got to give it up to Andrew Berry. I'm still going to always scratch my head over Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Really?
Hmm? You gotta get some work done? Okay. Ding dong, motherfuckers.